We are living in an age of profound restlessness, defined by a universal quest. From the moment we are conscious, we are told to join the pursuit of happiness. It is the bedrock of our civilizations, the engine of our economies, the promise of our philosophies. But what is this happiness we are all chasing? For most of us, it is not a state of being, it is a destination. It is a checklist, the promotion, the secure relationship, the new house, the recognition. We are taught to live in a state of if-then. If I achieve this, then I will be happy. If I acquire that, then I will finally be at peace. Now, let us explore the profound wisdom found not in adding more, but in letting go. This is the ordinary world of the modern hero. It is a world of perpetual not yet. We are running on a treadmill, and the happiness we seek is a carrot on a stick, always just out of reach. The moment we achieve one goal, the feeling of satisfaction is fleeting, and the mind immediately sets a new one. The promotion is achieved, and now we need the next promotion. The house is bought, and now we are anxious about the mortgage. This is the great Western trap, as Alan Watts diagnosed in his early, foundational work, The Meaning of Happiness. We have fundamentally misunderstood the assignment. We have taken an internal state of being, what he called freedom of the spirit, and turned it into an external object, a commodity to be hunted, captured, and possessed. And here is the central problem. The call to adventure for our hero, the very act of pursuing happiness, is the primary source of our anxiety. The pursuit itself implies lack. To say I am seeking happiness is to make a profound and painful statement. I am not happy now. The mind creates a division. It creates a me, the seeker, the unhappy one, and an it, the goal. The happiness, this division, is the birthplace of suffering. We are now at war with our own present. The now is merely a stepping stone, an obstacle to be overcome on the way to a better future. We treat life like a problem to be solved, or a transaction to be completed. We apply the logic of the marketplace to the soul. We believe that if we just invest enough effort, follow the right 5-step plan, or practice the right hacks, we will earn peace of mind. But the spirit is not a bank account. It is a river, and our Western approach is to build a dam to try and stop the flow, to hoard the experience. We want to possess joy, to guarantee peace, to ensure contentment. This is why we are so anxious. We are trying to do the impossible. We are trying to make permanent that which is, by its very nature, impermanent. We are trying to grasp water in a clenched fist. The tighter we squeeze, the harder we pursue, the more it slips through our fingers. What remains is not the water, but the ache of our own effort, the tension in our shoulders, the knot in our stomach. This is the physical residue of the pursuit of happiness. This is the itch that conventional wisdom cannot scratch. We are given more tools for the pursuit, but we are never told the pursuit itself is the problem. We are like a person trying to run away from their own shadow. The faster they run, the more faithfully the shadow keeps pace. This is the ordinary world from which we must depart. It is a state of profound exhaustion, a collective burnout from the impossible task of securing joy. We have been diagnosed as unhappy, and the prescription we've been given to try harder to find happiness is the very illness itself. We are caught in a perfect, self-perpetuating loop of striving and anxiety. We stand at the threshold, having recognized the great paradox our hunt for happiness is making us miserable. The ordinary world of striving has been revealed as a trap. So, what is the hero's next logical step? When the external hunt fails, we turn inward. We begin the great internal hunt. We enter the world of modern Western psychology, the quest to know thyself, to fix thyself, This is the trial of our journey. We move from being an acquirer of external happiness to an analyst of our internal lack. We encounter the great figures of this realm, the mentors of the modern mind like Freud and Jung. They provide us with a magnificent, intricate map of our own psyche. Suddenly, we have names for our discontent. We have the ego, the id, the superego. We have the shadow, the persona, the collective unconscious. We learn about our complexes, our neuroses, our repressed childhood traumas. This is a powerful and necessary step. This analysis is the diagnosis. We are like a patient who has been unwell for years. And for the first time, a doctor is able to look at us and say, yes, this is why you are suffering. This is the structure of your ailment. There is a profound initial relief in this. We are no longer just unhappy. We are a complex case study. But here, as Alan Watts observed, we encounter the great limitation of the purely Western approach. We fall into the labyrinth of analysis paralysis. We become professional archaeologists of our own past. We dig and dig, trying to find the one root cause, the one trauma, the one memory that will finally explain everything. We work on ourselves. We spend years in therapy, deconstructing every motive, every dream, every relationship. We become the anxious, obsessive manager of our own mind. This is the struggle of Act 2. The hero has simply traded one form of striving for another. The pursuit of happiness, the external goal, has been replaced by the pursuit of health, the internal goal, but the mechanism, the frantic, anxious, effortful striving is identical. Watts' great insight, his mentor's gift, is this Western psychology, in its conventional form, is brilliant at describing the prison, but it offers no key to the door. It gives us a perfect blueprint of the sick self, but its only solution is to manage that self, to strengthen the ego, to make the prisoner more comfortable in their cell. It gets us stuck on the why. We are now in a new trap. We are trying to think our way out of a prison made of thought. We are using the I, the ego, the analyst, to fix the me, the bundle of neuroses. But what if the I and the me are the same thing? What if the analyst is the neurosis? This is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. The more you analyze your anxiety, the more aware of it you become. The more you fight your negative thoughts, the more you energize them. You have simply created a new, more sophisticated backward law. The I who is working on itself is the very tension it is trying to resolve. We are trying to solve ourselves as if the self were a broken machine. But the self is not a machine. It is a process. It is a flow, and our attempt to halt the flow, to dissect it, to fix it, is the sickness. This is the profound limitation that Watts identified. Psychology can tell you how your chains are built, but it cannot by itself. I grant you freedom from them. It keeps us locked in the self. It reinforces the idea of a separate I who is the center of the universe. An I who is deeply flawed and must be endlessly repaired. We are exhausted. The external hunt for happiness failed. The internal hunt for health has led us to a dead end, where we are nothing but the sum of our own identified problems. We are trapped in our own story. This is the moment where the hero, having exhausted all Western solutions, is finally ready to hear a truly different kind of wisdom. We have passed through the ordeal. The pursuit of happiness as an object has failed us. The analysis of the self as a problem has also failed, leaving us exhausted in a labyrinth of our own making. We are disarmed. All our strategies of doing, achieving, and fixing have been revealed. As part of the trap, we are left in a void. with nowhere left to turn. This, the mentor explains, is the perfect place to begin. This is the return with victory. And the elixir is a radical shift in perspective, courtesy of the wisdom of the East, the wisdom of Taoism and Zen that Watts so brilliantly translated. The solution is not to try harder. The solution is to stop trying altogether. True happiness, what Watts called the freedom of the spirit, is not a goal to be achieved. It is not a prize you win at the end of the analysis. It is a byproduct. It is the natural, effortless, and spontaneous state that arises when we stop interfering. This is the great aha moment, the desire. The Western mind, trained in psychology, asks, how can I fix my conflict? The Eastern mind asks, who is the I that is in conflict? The answer it finds is revolutionary. This I, this separate ego, this anxious analyst, this desperate seeker, is a fiction. It is a social convention. It is a habit. It is a muscular tension we have learned to hold. But it is not who we are. There is no I separate from life. Trying to get happiness from life, there is just life. You are not a seeker standing on the bank of the river, trying to get water. You are the river. The freedom of the spirit is the profound, liberating realization of this. This is not passivity. It is not nihilism. It is wu-wei, or effortless action. It is the highest form of intelligence. The Western mind tries to force the river to bend to its will, building dams and levees. The Eastern mind studies the flow of the river and aligns with it, using its own current to travel. Happiness is not the end of the dance. It is the dance, but we have been so busy trying to get to the finale, or analyzing our technique, that we have forgotten how to dance. We have forgotten to live. The return, the action, is not a new 10-step plan. It is a radical invitation to an experience. It is the invitation to let go. What does this mean? It means to stop the inner war. When anxiety arises, you do not pursue its opposite, calm, and you do not analyze its origin. My past, you simply let it be. You feel it fully, without judgment. You stop labeling it as bad or wrong. You stop identifying it as me. When you do this, a miracle occurs. The energy you were using to resist the anxiety is no longer needed. The I who was fighting the feeling dissolves, and the anxiety, no longer fed by your resistance, simply passes like a cloud through the vast, open sky. You discover that you are the sky, not the cloud. This is the true victory. The hero returns to their ordinary world, but they are transformed. The problems may still arise, but they are no longer problems. They are just life happening. The goal is no longer to be happy. The goal is to be free, and in that freedom, happiness arises of its own accord. This is the essence of philosophical first aid. It is not an answer, but an unasking of the question. It is the realization that happiness is not found at the end of a pursuit, but is the simple, quiet, and profound peace that comes when the pursuit finally ends.